Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. I have ordered the microphone attachment, so my audio will improve. It should be arriving tomorrow, before or after the video, I don't know, but it is coming. So the audio will be fixed to a much better standard. Don't worry about that. So today we're going to be looking at 10,000 Myria versus 10,000 Gala. As you already know, I'm invested in both. I'm invested in both. We're going to try and see what would be if you were coming in right now, what would be the best project to really go into? Um, the first thing that caused a lot of panic sell was this: that Gala Games founders biff over $130 million theft, corporate waste allegation. So we know that they're trying to sue each other. There's a bit of an issue there, and it it is causing negativity, or did, and probably still does carry a level of negativity about Gala. I still believe Gala can do very well. How well we'll actually look at, but it's this caused a big sell off on Gala, and it did affect the price, as we all know. If we look at the X.com pages now, Myria has obviously not been around for anywhere near as long as Gala, but it has 243.4 thousand followers now. And if you look at Gala, you're looking at 466.7 thousand. So we know that Gala's obviously already got that larger amount of people who know about it. A lot of people who were in the last bull run will remember Gala. So when they come back in this time, they're probably not going to heard of all the lawsuit stuff. They're only going to be hearing the positive things about Gala, and if Gala's doing well, people will start lumping into Gala. So that can still affect the price. It can still make it, a bigger play, and it is likely to still do very, very well. If you look at the websites themselves, so Myria's website's okay. I don't mind it. I really think Myria is a fantastic project, and the problem it's got is, I mean, a lot of people are looking at the ecosystem, which we'll look at now. There's a lot of copycat games. So the licensing is great, as we know, but it's got like Meta Kart, which is basically a Mario Kart kind of version. It's got a lot of kind of unlicensed stuff. There's a few different things, but a lot of these are like basically copy games. But that being said, they're copying very successful games, and very successful games do well. And you can have a little flick through these yourselves. There's a lot of things here coming on the ecosystem, which I still think is really, really good. I think there's a massive, massive potential within it. If you look at Gala's website is far slicker. It does have a lot more licensing in terms of, like, got Battlestar, you've got Walking Dead, things like that. There is like an element of like, this is really, really good. The thing you've got to worry about as well is that a lot of crypto games, they'll pump. But if you look at gaming consoles and you look at people who play games in general, what tends to happen is you'll play a game for a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months, and then that game's no good anymore. I want to play a different game, and people will move to different games. The thing about Myria and the thing about Gala is that it holds a lot of games within its ecosystem. So therefore, people can play this game and then play that game and then play this game without affecting the value of the token. Where if you look at things like Vulcan Forged, or any of that, you basically rely on the success of the game. I think Illuvium might be slightly different. I think Illuvium this time around probably will do really, really well. Will it return to all-time high? I don't know. But I know a lot of people talk about Illuvium. Then you've got things like Neo Token, and you've got things that Alex Becker talks about. You've got very many different people are talking about very different projects. But things like G-File, Myria, Gala, things Lit Labs, things that hold a series of games, I think will always do a lot better than one specific game, unless that specific game is like GTA 6. If GTA 6 went right today, here's our GTA 6 and it's launched exclusive on the blockchain, that coin would moon. It would moon so fast that I doubt anyone would actually be able to get into it. It would go that hard, that quick. Um, if we look at this as well, so Gala have got Gala Music. They have released a token for Gala Music, which I don't like. I wanted it to be all under the Gala ecosystem, as in the Gala token umbrella. But they have done obviously a Gala Music token, but obviously Myria doesn't have music and doesn't have film. So you've got Gala Games, you've got Gala Films, you've got Gala Music. So Gala has a bigger offering almost to everyone who wants to invest. However, if you're going to be if you're more heavy on Gala Music, you need to buy the Gala Music token, right? Whereas Myria is all encompassing with the one gaming narrative in mind. We know gaming's huge. We know gaming is likely to be huge again next bull run. It was huge in the last bull run, and people play games, so it stands to reason. If you look at this, so Myria currently, if it had the current market cap of Gala, it's still an 8x. before it gets to where Gala is now in terms of market cap. So that for me shows that Myria could probably be the better investment of the two. If you were thinking about which one to get, if I only get this one or that one, don't get me wrong, I hold both. Still held Magala, still hold Magala, but I don't believe now that Gala will go to the heights that I initially thought it would do. Whereas Myria, you've got a bit more of the sky's the limit kind of thing because it hasn't got them problems. But don't get me wrong, as things go on, Myria could get into a lawsuit and then that would fall. So there is issues obviously on both sides in that regard if that was to ever take place. If we look at this, which is the coins perspective, it's a really good website. If you think that Myria would hit 50 cents, that's a 43x, and it takes you to around about a 5 billion market cap, which is a little bit lower than what Gala reached last time round. So a 50 cents Myria is fine. I mean, you'd be thinking, if you go to a 20 cents Myria, it's a 16x from here, and that's only a $2 billion market cap, which is over or under half of what Gala got last time round. So in terms of potential X's, it looks like Myria would be the better play. But if we look at Gala at 50 cents would be an upside of only 16%. When we go back to Myria and we do 50 cents on Myria, we're looking at a 43x. So you can see the difference. It's a significant difference, particularly if you're coming in with any kind of money right now. That's a significant difference. Do you want a 43 exit or do you want a potentially 16 exit? But to 16 exit, you need a 15 billion market cap on Gala for 50 cents, where it's only just under 5 billion on Myria at 50 cents. So there's issues with that, right? And then if you look at Gala, if we say it goes back to its all-time high, which is around about 82 cents, it's a 27x from its all-time high, but it makes its market cap 24.6 billion. Will it hit 24.6 billion and hit all-time high? I thought I was holding, and I'm saying that Gala would hit $1. I thought Gala would be the dollar. So you get a nice bag of Gala, you sell it for $1, you're pretty much laughing. However, I feel now as though it would struggle maybe to get back to the all-time high, and 27x is great, but it seems like it might be a bit of a push for it. Then you've got this, so you've got Gala Music. Its tokens are there. Its market cap is $10.4 million. If you look at its max chart, it kind of went up and it's come back down. It's 45% down from its all-time high of 6 days ago. It's obviously very new. This could do potentially well in the bull run. I don't know. I'm not touching Gala Music. I was hoping that it'd be all encompassing under that one Gala token, and they haven't done that. So it slightly worries me a little bit. I'm not overly keen on that. But if we look at Gala itself, that's up 3.1%. There's obviously 50 billion Gala tokens. The circulating supply is obviously higher than Myria's, and the market cap is closing in on that $1 billion market cap again. Its trading volume is insane over the last 24 hours. And if you were to get 10,000 Gala right now, it cost you $301.70. If we look at its 24-hour chart, it looks like it's performing quite well. Look at its max chart, because we know what it did last bull run. It went absolutely vertical and has come right back down to what would be a very, very good buying range. But that lawsuit still sort of lingers on and sort of concerns me a little bit. But that being said, that could get resolved, and it could get resolved amicably, and then everyone can get back to focusing on what Gala are doing. Gala are still building. Gala do have a very big, super working project, whereas Myria, you're more buying the potential. But sometimes buying the potential will give you the better X's. It's just one of them things. You have to choose which one you prefer. Ideally, for me, what I've done, I've got both, but I do like Myria. And then if you look at Myria, it's down 6.1% today. Again, 50 billion token supply, less in circulating, as we know. Market cap of 109 million. So I still think that's quite low. I still think we can do a lot better than that. And then it's got its 24-hour trading volume, which is also 7.7 million. So there's a lot of coins being traded here. A 10,000 Myria would cost you $111.72. If you look at its max chart, that looks good. It started off not looking so great because we was kind of picking Myria up around here, and here, I think. Yeah. So it's done well. It's done well, and I believe it to continue to do that. I think its all-time high was 5 days ago, but you're 5 months away from its all-time low. Is it a time to invest in Myria? I don't know. It depends on what you believe the market's going to do. I'm going to resume DCA again in January, as I've spoken about before, and Myria will be on that list. Lit Labs. So Lit Labs is a little bit different. That's got a much bigger um, potential X range because it's very, very new. But to buy this now, you're looking at $400 for 10,000 lit labs. The chart, it's gone up only for a little while now, but 13 days, we're 29.7% down from its all-time high. Is this something that you might want to get into instead? That's ranked 956 in the market cap. You've got Gala, which is looking at, where is that, 78th? So it's already in the top 100. How much real damage can the top 100 do? And then you've got Myria at 337 in terms of market cap. Another thing to take a bit of notice of as well is if you look at the markets, right? So Myria is listed on these exchanges. Now you'll see Qcoin in there, MEXC, Gate.io, OKX, Bybit. There's a few in there that a lot of you will be familiar with. If you look at Gala itself, now Gala is listed basically everywhere. It's got tons. So it's listed essentially everywhere. There's like one or two missing. But can you imagine when Myria and projects like that get listed on the bigger exchanges? That could have a massive impact and pump the price even further. Lit, we'll have a look at that. I haven't checked what Lit's listed on. So MEXC, BitGet, so not many. So again, you could have these inevitable pumps when it get listed on bigger coins. For me, I would be going more down the Myria route if I wanted bigger X's between Gala and Myria. Although I do hold both, so you can take from that what you wish. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. I really appreciate when you guys do that. We are getting very close now to 2,600 subscribers. Can you guys push us over that today? That would be fantastic, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. 3,000 by Christmas Day looks a little bit tricky now. We've got 5 days to go before that happens. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, have an amazing day. Have an amazing evening. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Goodbye.